Hello, beautiful friends. It's a delight to be connecting with you all. I wanted to bring forward some messages because there's a lot of different energies swirling around, and I've been feeling moments of like very elated and like everything's coming together. It's the time of the prophecy, and then being like, nope, everything is shit, and life sucks. So, in this, I wanted to do a reading for the masculine and feminine. Keeping in mind that both of these polarities are active within us at any time. And what I'm seeing more and more is there's like a direct reflection and a much quicker mirror point between the higher energies and the lower energies, or the spiritual and the physical, the 5D and the 3D. And same with the masculine and feminine. I don't know why I'm getting a thumbs up from the universe. Anyway, so what I'm seeing is that these points are mirroring each other faster. So that might mean you have a dream, and then the synchronistic component of a dream or a theme from the dream will almost instantaneously show up in reality the next day. Or you have a vision and a thought, and you get some sort of quick confirmation. Now, the reason I have been feeling that back and forth is because there's some seeded, it's like seedy energies that are coming up, and they feel to me both ancient and familiar. So I've been trying to like find the bridge and the threads between where this is something that I have directly experienced and I'm processing and releasing, and then how that direct experience maybe relates directly to the beloved from ancient times. So, there's these splits. There's been a lot of like kind of anger for the way the masculine navigated things before, and really holding to one's own ground and truth. Um, I've been watching a lot of like period dramas and comedies about courtship. And for me, there's really such an act of empowerment in the process of dating for sacred marriage, or courting for marriage. Now, of course, those of us who are on this path, we've likely met somebody, and it's a much more evolved connection that's not necessarily about marriage, but it's about marriage, if that makes sense. And there's so much freeing that the feminine has had to do from the confines of how the man has both how the unhealed man has confined himself, as well as his beloved from ancient times. Not ancient, we're talking like, uh, whenever marriage began. Because that became like a constrictive behavior versus a an act of union and love. A lot of the time it was a societal expectation, and of course we're working to release all of that. So those are just some of the base threads that I've been picking up on and that I've been processing and working with. If you are experiencing anger or anxiety, or various floods of different emotion coming up, like, you're definitely not alone in this. So, looking at those who are probably watching this video, I decided to draw. I don't work with oracle cards a ton, but I thought this would be fun. I'm working with the Wild Things Oracle and the Tree Keepers Oracle. And I'm working with this as the Wild Things is really like gets into the subconscious, and the Tree Keepers feels like a soul mission and more higher self. So that's kind of what I was working for with this. So, and there's something to note that when I drew the feminine, I drew 36, 37, and then the masculine was 38. So these are all in sequence. So what I'm understanding from that is that we have a lot of these. Um, what I'm understanding from that is that these energies that are coming up in the physical. You can tie to a linear sequence. Okay, so you should be able to direct the threads and make the relation as to where things are coming from. Okay, so for the feminine, the subconscious work right now and the human realm work that we're working with would be remember the wooby. and quiet the anxiety monster. Okay, so as we're working with these two threads, what I really hear both for myself and for the collective watching is coming back to that child sense of comfort and really being present with things that bring you joy, being present with the fantasy, not as a projection, but as a way to distill into the values of what it is that you're cultivating. Now, I know for me, a lot of these like former anxieties are starting to crawl up, or, just being like, did I do that wrong? And think about all of the work that you've been doing on yourself. Last night, the show I was watching, the other Bennett sister, talked about how I think it was an Aristotle quote, that happiness is only truly found the better that you know yourself. And I've found that in the program that I've been working with Rising Vibrations, which is a channel on YouTube, but learning more of my astrology and my human design. And those have unlocked so many codes that have allowed me to feel way more comfortable with myself and how I engage in the world and with the world, because I know what I'm bringing and I know it's now better than ever being projected onto me. And as I can move better with those different energies, I feel less doubt about what it is that I feel and that shows up. I'm starting to trust my intuition even more. The major theme for myself has been like, Hailey, just trust the dreams. It's all coming together. Trust the dreams. Now, some of my dreams are absolutely insane, and I don't want to trust those ones, but I can recognize them for the metaphors that they bring forward. Okay. So find that comfort and let that quiet the anxiety. Okay. I didn't have a ton of, no, maybe I did have a lot of anxiety as a child. Um, but I trusted myself better during that time. It's almost like I trusted myself like pre-age 8. And now I'm coming back into that self-trust and knowing of just like being playful and free and not worrying about what other people think. Like this is what I bring. And what I bring is kind and loving. So that's what we're working with. Now, on the higher level, it's the keeper of forgiveness. Okay. So as we connect to the childhood self and the little anxiety monster, that forgiveness thread of identifying what it is that's coming up and bringing forgiveness to the parts of us that are struggling or have struggled, the parts of other people that are struggling. And it's really looking into this divine dance that is incredibly sacred when we connect in deeper with ourselves. So really just take time to be with you and to find the things that bring you joy. I personally have broken my foot, and it is painful to walk around too much. So there's a lot of sitting and being still and being with the energy, being with just sitting down and reading a book, like doing less work as well, and just trying to find those pieces of joy. Okay, so awesome. All right. Next, we're moving forward over to the masculine component, and as we have focus, and then we have the keeper of abundance. Now, what's interesting with both of these cards is what and to be honest, like there really isn't a feminine separation in both of this. This is coming up collectively for the parts within all of us. It's really balanced right now. It's not even justified to separate it, but it's working with these different energies. Okay, and I would almost say that focus is a time of stillness, and the keeper of abundance is it's a time of calling in and allowing. It's not a time of action. This card speaks to the allowance of how the sun powers us. We don't have to do anything for the sun to arrive every day. We can go out and just sit in the sun. So I feel like what's being really cultivated is that centered point of groundedness. And what I like in this card from the higher self level, even, it's like these masks are being realized and released. Okay, they're kind of being put to rest, and the cultivation of the true inner fire and spirit is uplifting. And I like that even the colors of his scarf are like the colors of her hair, and it's connecting with that sacred spirit simultaneously. So this feels like sun salutations, it feels like meditation, it feels like inner stillness as the focus. And, you know, for both of these things, it's the work around it. I feel that both the Hawaiian prayer of Ho'oponopono, I'm really sorry, please forgive me, I forgive you, I love you, thank you, and the Buddhist prayer of may you be happy, may you be well, may you be free from harm. And switching that even into may I be happy, may I be well, may I be free from harm. You can do Ho'oponopono to yourself. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I forgive you. I love you. Thank you. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be free from harm. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be free from harm. May we be happy. May we be well. May me be may we be free from harm. All right. And I'm just sending that out as a ripple because I think all of us need these things to kind of center the energies because the energies are swirling so fast because we are in this time of accelerated change and growth. And it might not feel like you're doing a lot, but in its essence, you're doing a ton. Okay, so then I asked for like, what does this look like for union, both within and without, for for us during this time, and internally for both, which I love. Like it feels like it sums up all of those above cards, which is the moonlight card. Those who go mad dance with the hair in the moonlight. They bathe in the moonlight. We are in the moon cycle. I guess we'll be approaching a dark, I think we're just passing third quarter, and approaching a dark or a new moon. And so I really am feeling this essence of deep release going on for everybody. But it's sacred, it's intentional. We're getting to witness ourselves and each other within the process. And the more that we can do that, the uh, the better, honestly. Okay, now, the bridge, so how this manifests externally is really interesting. This card popped right off the deck. And it's the Ace of Stones, the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning. This is things coming forward. All right. This is like reaching higher, wiser truths while being grounded. This is the embodiment of the divine human who communes with the elders, communes with the elements, the sun, the earth, the wind, the rain, all of it's being received and downloaded. And this person has to be pretty confident and embodied to be able to stand on this ladder. So this process shows me, and it's even like the colors again have been like imbibed into this outfit of like I've embodied this work, I've embraced who I am and what I'm here to do, and I'm really ready to embrace and love and hold another. So this is all really powerful. Now the segue between all of this is quite interesting, and it actually makes total sense to me because it is the Knight of Wands. All right, and so this is this very fiery energy. This is, this is play, it's fun, it's embracing the wild self. To me, it feels like solo acts of play, devotion, and spiritual worship, especially within nature. Now, whatever your spiritual practices are, please indulge in those. But this fire and the drum really speak to me. I've been feeling called to sit with my drum a couple times a day and just sing songs that come from my heart and soul and move the energy in that way. I've actually had to do a lot of energy clearing this week as well, and I haven't sat down and done like a formal energy clearing, like the transforming blockages, the Reiki, um, and probably like at least 6 months. So it's really intense. It's definitely an intense time. I'm even seeing like sitting down and doing some karmic clearing as well. So in this process, it's remember to be the play, okay? So it's like as we come from these realms of the subconscious, the energy, the things, the past that's being healed, and it's all very elusive and confusion. Like I like even the elements of this card. We've got like a lot of water in this card. We've got a lot of fire and air. And then we have this grounded earth, and I feel all of the elements in this. So really be present with yourself in this time. Be gentle, take it slow, but use that slow time to be focused simultaneously. I believe in you. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. Feel free to reach out if you'd like to connect one on one. And yeah, or just comment, like, all those things. That helps other people get the insight that they need if I'm a helpful channel for that. So, wishing you all many blessings. Aho.